Hello and hi everyone. My name is Desmond Pedamana David.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Amir Ashraf.
My name is Wang Xixing.
Hello, I am Amira.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhong Yijie.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Ishaq.
Okay. Nice to see you guys. So our group has choose zero waste for this discussion. So what is zero waste? From my perspective, zero waste means designing or managing product and process to systematically avoid and eliminate W and toxic waste and material, conserve and recover all resources and not burn or burning them. Back to the main question. Is it difficult to protect zero waste lifestyle in Malaysia? And what is your view? So for my opinion, I strongly agree with the statement which is it's very difficult to practice the rest lifestyle in Malaysia. There are a lot of challenging to practice the rest in Malaysia. The first reason that I saying that is Malaysian society lack of knowledge about zero waste. We can say that most of people in Malaysia doesn't have any idea about zero waste. This is because zero waste has just been introduced in Malaysia, and it is impossible to Malaysian society to learn a new knowledge very fast about zero waste. So that's why it's difficult to Malaysian society practice zero waste in their lifestyle. There is a lot of challenging like procedure and process if Malaysian society if they uh, practice their waste in their life. So the second one is Malaysian also cannot practice their life in zero waste because of their attitude and behavior of society. Malaysian as well we know for throwing rubbish in the bin provided. I can say that this activity can be known as the traditional way, where it is the old way to garbage disposal. They also doesn't know that some recharged item and material can be recycled and reprocessed into a new material or product. I also noticed that Malaysian people don't know want to change their attitude because they believe that there are no negative effects that can reduce their healthy in life. So do you agree with me, everyone?
Okay, thank you, Desmond. I agree with your opinion that say that Malaysia society lacks of knowledge about zero waste and the challenging of attitude and behavior of uh, society. However, I have my opinion about this case. In my opinion, there are several factors that make the lifestyle of zero waste difficult to practice in Malaysia. The first factor is laziness. The laziness factor is a major individual factor. There is a barrier for everyone to practice zero waste. In this case, everyone, in this case, the weakness individual must change the bad nature as he has for the sake of the environment in Malaysia to be cleaner and safer. In addition, the reason that make the lifestyle of zero waste difficult to practice in Malaysia is because there is no planning in spending. I think so because planning is very important in our life, including planning in achieve a zero waste lifestyle. We need to plan the necessity that need to be perceived to important and choose to use recycle method to avoid excessive use of plastic. For example, you can bring your own bag to supermarket in order to reduce the use of plastic. So therefore, we need to play an important role by taking proactive measure to ensure that this zero waste lives. That's all from me. Does anyone have any further point?
Yes, Ishak, I would like to share some of my points. In my view, I quite agree with Desmond and Ishak's opinion, and I also think it's very difficult to practice zero waste in Malaysia. This is because Malaysia is very dependent on plastic. You'd be hard pressed to find something without packaging. The use of packaging is a waste, but it's necessity in modern life. It's hard to imagine how things can be sold without packaging. Although the complete elimination of packaging is unlikely with modern technology, factories can use recycled packaging instead of disposable packaging. Waste would be greatly reduced. The other point I would like to add is that Malaysia does not have specific legal measures to require citizens to achieve zero waste. And sometimes it's difficult to achieve this goal without regulation. I think that sometimes some mandatory rules are needed to help people do something. Just like Desmond said, people have inertia, so the requirements of the law is to force people to overcome their inertia. So I think the government should make some rules to regulate people's behavior. Amira, do you have anything to add?
Yes, that's right. Indeed, in Malaysia, to change the way of life to zero waste is difficult, but we must to train ourselves to be more responsible to taking care of the world. And I have a suggestion of zero waste. For example, to food waste, we need to plan before to cook. It is for avoid waste of food. This waste of food can result in increased waste disposal and invite to disease because pet asthma prefer to dirty. For my opinion, I agree if the government make a law and tightens the law to the people so that they are more concerned about the environment because some of them don't care about environment and consider it a waste of time. Um, I am so forget for electricity. We also should be used prudently.
So for me, I can accept the reason why it's difficult to practice zero lifestyle in Malaysia. In my own point of view, we can start practice a zero lifestyle in Malaysia with keep the 5R in mind. The 5R is refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and road. Next, avoid using a small item such as a business card that can be replaced with a system or apps in smartphone. Then, using natural source in nutrition such as fruit and vegetable instead of eat a fast food. We can also use items that can be used many times such as tote bag and usable straw. Beside that, we can join a campaign or group in the community that motivates ourselves to perform responsibility in a zero waste lifestyle and making the community always active in sharing ideas, challenging and support so that it can easy to spread awareness to the public. All in this way, it's about changing our perspective, changing how we feel about consumption and how we value the thing we bring into our life and our nation. How about how about you are thinking?
Sorry to interrupt, Amirul. I don't really understand about the 5 Rs. Could you please explain more about that?
So, for the 5 R for refuse what we do not need, reduce what we do need, reuse what we consume, recycle what we cannot refuse, reduce and or use, and road or in the other word is compost, like up to 30% of waste by waging in organic. So how about you, Wang Qian?
I also agree with everyone's point of view. Next, I want to talk about my point of view. First of all, I think zero waste is good for us because zero waste can money save the potential and it for the communities are helpful, work and encouraging. On the other hand, no plastic is part of zero waste life. Therefore, up to now, I think we will do well in the zero waste lifestyle. However, it's difficult to do. For example, the, plus, the plastic-free part of the zero waste lifestyle because the most people have a difficult view on the overall reduction of the plastic waste and the protection of the environment of zero waste lifestyle in the Malaysia. So the main reason is that the plastic are cheap. Even if you know how to destructive the plastic is, you will still buy fruits and vegetables dropping in the plastic. Sometimes you've got to bring your reusable food bag, or we really need to put in something of if we want to achieve zero waste and the change our life in some place. Another very important reason is that zero waste products may be difficult to find in the Malaysia. The economic is constantly evolving, but it is difficult to find some story without zero waste sometime. We have to go some store to find a product without plastic and zero waste. Mm, Sometimes we cannot find the centuries of all the need to order them. Since we may have to go to the service story, we may need to spend more money or more time looking for specific products or need to order online. The final products will become more expensive and time consuming. So this is for me.
So uh, any other to add? No. If no, we
No.
can conclude so if no, we can conclude that zero waste is a fanatic movement that promotes living in harmony with our planet and our nation. It can has maybe some cons and pro, but the pro are outstanding and completely worth all the hustle that we can do. So we reach the end of our discussion. Thank you for all your participants. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You.
everyone.
Thank you.